Premium bonds, let's have a look at some of those designs throughout 60 years of history. Here are some of those original bonds from the 50s and 60s, the ones that you'd get from your mum and dad or grandma or grandpa at Christmas, £1 and £2, and some others. They all had different colours for different denominations, and they went all the way up to £500 if you could afford it. This early bond from November 1957, clearly black and white, hadn't got the B sort of design for the premium bonds, and you had to write your name and address on it and sign it. So now we come to the familiar design used in the 60s onwards, which featured this B symbol made up of the words Premium Savings Bond in small type written over and over again. There was a different colour for each denomination, and this letter, this first letter, actually denominated what the value of the bond was. There was a different letter for each value, and the values went from 1 to 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then up in tens to 50, and then hundreds up to 500. And on the back was just some written terms and conditions. Some of the denominations had this curious box around the figure. On the 2, 4, 6 and 8 you had this oval or rounded corner box, and then the 10 went to a rectangular box. The 20 was this curious sort of octagonal box, and then the 30 was back to the rectangular box again. So there was just a random mishmash of identifying the denominations. At the design again, this original design was replaced with this smaller B design and this curious cutout in the top left. That was in 1978, and then later on in 1978 a holder's number was put in that space, and the bond looked like that. Moving on, in the mid-80s, this is from September 85, the design had changed to this much less glamorous piece of paper with the B design now in a sort of serif-free typeface, but it still had all the requisite information on, including the now obligatory holder's number. Next, in 1988, they changed to this design, even less glamorous, but I suppose people still bought them. Then these were replaced in the early 90s with this, which is much more back to the sort of original idea of having something that looks as though it's worth something, with the fancy premium bond lettering there. But it was all typed at this stage, all automated, and this came as part of a letter. Around 1997 the colours were changed, but the design remained pretty much the same. The lettering design had changed a bit, and the positioning of the crown and so on, but nothing much changed there. But then in 2004 this happened. Yes, we went back to just pieces of paper with numbers on. It really looks quite disappointing, this. And then in March 2006 or thereabouts, you were literally just sent a letter with the premium bond attached, and it was just unbelievably bland. Very disappointing. So that's it, the various designs of premium bonds right from the very beginning. This is the bit at the end of the video where I ask you to subscribe to my channel or fund it if you like it, and there's also some other videos that you might find interesting.